Welcome back to Katowice, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready to get underway with the second half of the day as we're going to be bringing you Clan Mystik versus compLexity. We hinted that we might be bringing you this earlier, but now it's the real deal.
Now we're finally getting underway. We're sorry for the problems. There's obviously nothing we can unfortunately do about it, but everything seems solved. We'll knock on wood. And this hopefully should be an exciting game. And I think we need to explain also what's happening around all of the groups just to kind of catch us back up in terms of time.
Well, let's do that. It looks like we're going to get straight into the pistol round.
Okay.
So we'll
save on to that nugget for a little bit later on, maybe in round number 2.
It's a beautiful nugget.
Yeah, it is.
One that Sean and Scott can articulate in fantastic wording.
Yeah, very true.
Let's go straight in this. Why don't you take us away with the pistol round?
All right, well, as we are seeing, we're going to have Clan Mystik over on the CT side, or we're going to have compLexity over on the T side. And you see, looks like Mystik can be a little bit aggressive here over on this banana site. As we do have actually Hearts gets a nice one-shot onto nothing out of nowhere right there. Fantastic little shot out of him, and now looking to hold on to B here. As we do have one-man Hiko, looks like pushing up towards this A site here, looking for maybe an entry kill, maybe something. And right now you see Mystik being very patient, not hesitating to rotate if they do need to, and currently they have that 4-man stack over at A right now. And Hiko's making a lot of noise, maybe trying to get a little bit of distraction going on. But it looks like with the rest of the team of compLexity, with Semphis now here to wait for any pushes. Looks like they do want to go for that hit on A here. And here it comes. Oh, what a fantastic shot coming out of Kiyoshima. Gets the first kill onto with Sean. And now Swag does respond with a kill over to him. And now it's a 4-on-3 situation. The bomb is currently down. Sorry, it's 4-on-4. I didn't. No, 4-on-3. I was a little bit confused by that decoy right there. It was so good, it actually confused me too. But bomb currently down, actually working its way towards banana. Hearts already picked up 1 kill. Looking for potentially a couple more here. Gonna peek out, gonna spot the man out. Will he get the kill? No. Actually just backs away straight off of that, but he does get Swag down to 4 HP. And now he's going for the final push here, but Hiko is actually catching off the rotators, picks up 1 kill himself. And now Hearts looking to stall him for a little bit longer. Hiko picks up a second, even picks up a third right there. And that is open up for the potential plant here towards this B side, but now Mystik. Hearts gets caught. And that will be compLexity actually pick up the first round. And you know, we were talking earlier on, and I don't believe we even got to the point of, you know, which each of our favorites coming into this game. Honestly, it's pretty even between both teams for me.
Yeah, for compLexity to pick up that pistol round is a great kind of welcome to the tournament. They've had a real tough kind of opening to this. As Scott went through earlier on, their preparation for this tournament has really not been what they wanted, and that's been a real issue for them. Then today, having a couple hours delay, not being able to practice in game, they've really had a bit of a nightmare day. So for them to pick up that pistol round will kind of make all of that go away, and let's see what they're able to do here on their pistol round conversion. Now, interesting intel provided to us by Scoots on kind of the anti-strat of Clan Mystik / Kenny S. So what we're expecting to see from compLexity going forward is basically nothing is going to go wandering. He's going to go looking for Kenny S. If he finds him, he's going to shut him down at all times. You may see nothing in like completely non-standard positioning going looking for Kenny S at any given time. Like in football, you call it man marking. And compLexity do pick themselves up the frag onto Kiyoshima and look to convert this one through. It'll be interesting to see what KSF can do for Clan Mystik. But thus far, the T side trying to just see if they can get any picks to make this pistol round, this conversion round as easy as possible for them. Sean Garrett's going to lead the charge in. He does spy one, gets flash. Can he finish off the job? Yes, he can. Finishes off Hearts there, and it's SF who's in a between a rock and a hard place at the back of that B site. As Kenny S does get himself a kill with a grenade. There's SF in at the double. Kenny S helps himself to his second frag as well. Nice work for Mystik here. They pulled it back to a 2-on-1. It's all on Sean Garris, and he delivers. And that will be 2-0 to compLexity, but very expensive on that second round. 4 players having to rebuy. If
I'm not mistaken, there was a team kill in there too.
I'd hate to say you were mistaken. I'd hate to say you were mistaken.
It looked like in the kill feed. I'm not sure if that was just me seeing something a little bit odd, but it looked like there was a little bit of a team kill right there. And I believe it looks like Steel trying to show us.
There was. By the magic of math, they've only got 9 kills on the board.
Okay, so right now, good start for compLexity. However, that second round, considering they bought up and had Clan Mystik onto the the eco, even though it was a P250 armor eco, they lost 4 men, and that's not a good sign, especially to get the economy rolling here. And you know, since obviously it was a while since we talked about these two teams, you know, compLexity has not had the opportunity to really boot camp coming into this, and that might affect their preparation. But no one can really forget about their finish at DreamHack Winter, and obviously their American brethren playing over in the other group. Swag looking for that kill right there, but Yoshima's already proven before that he can hit quite a few shots in that little bit of an area. And just to kind of tell you about both teams in terms of the lineup, since we haven't been able to really go over that, we have Kiwashima, SF, KennyS, GMX, and Hearts over on the side of Clan Mystik. Over compLexity, we have Nothing, Swag, Sean, Hiko, and Semphis here. And I feel like Sir Scoots would join me in this, but America is kind of what I'm feeling right now. A little bit of American pride.
I can't believe how much Americans get behind their teams, like a little more than anybody else.
It's the fact that we're so sad that we do so bad in esports lately that we want to see an American team succeed. And right now, Nothing, he's starting to make that one happen here. As he does get that push in, Swag picks up a kill as well. And they have gained full control of B here. And the last 3 men of Mystik are actually towards CT spawn, but Kiwashima picks up a nice little bit of a shot onto Swag here. Not going to be able to pick up that gun, unfortunately. And this is looking like another solid round for compLexity, taking it 3-0.
To your point about the America and the national pride, I mean, the French have a lot of national pride, and the Americans have possibly even more. I remember that compLexity game at DreamHack. It was against Very Games, and just watching the stream numbers fly up as America, you know, flow the flag for them. And maybe it's because, as you say, the US hasn't had the greatest of histories. You have to go back to the compLexity team of that year, or you go, yeah, that was 2005 or 6, back when they last had kind of reigning champions in CS, and then with the exception of console esports, which isn't real esports, it's just been a real struggle for them. So maybe. But I do find it interesting, particularly being a Brit, because we suck just as much at esports, but we make shoutcasters. You do. And America doesn't really make much of anything at the moment. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Number of brilliant American shoutcasters. But the question is, am I on that list? Well, there's DJ. That's a no. But right now, Mystik trying to pick up a round here. It's first buy round for themselves, KennyS, with that AWP, just like we were expecting. But we're going to find out if he's going to make good use of it here. We're also going to find out, is Hiko going to be able to execute that game plan that he was looking for? All it takes is that one shot miss to really happen for KennyS is Nothing, who was the real star of compLexity in DreamHack Winter. Everyone's expecting him to play strong, to play well. And so far right now, looking at the scoreboard, it's currently 3-2. It's not the greatest of starts, but that was a little bit of an entry frag right there, at least towards Banana. And it does open up the possibility of a push here. Semphis look for the man in the middle, gets a kill on a GMX, but KennyS does respawn on a Semphis. So first op kill of the day, currently going over for him. And you see a 3-man push coming to Banana, a little bit of a fake towards A here. SF, the only man inside Banana in a 1-on-3 situation. Can he pick up the kills he needs? He's looking for the first one. He actually will pick that up on a Nothing. Looking for a second, does try to get away. He does get a nice hop over the wall. Gets himself safely inside of construction here. KennyS trying to come in from the side, but he does get taken down by Sean. Now, Kenny, one of the most dynamic operators I've ever seen in terms of how aggressive he can be and still pick up these kills. He's going to be pushing up here in just a second, looking for something. And he might spawn out that one man, or maybe 2 off to this right side. It is a 2-on-3. compLexity have the bomb down, are in a perfect position to pick up these kills here. But there's KennyS picking the first one up on the Swag. Will he continue to be aggressive here? Sean does pick up a kill onto Kiwashima. And he's looking from Barbecue in towards KennyS here. And Kenny, last man standing, is he going to save this op here? Or is he going to look for a couple more kills? He misses out on one shot, but he doesn't miss typically. And he definitely wouldn't miss a second, but Sean gets the kill in compLexity. Are coming out solid on T-side Inferno, I have to say. Yeah, the 2 versus 3 after plant there for Clan Mystik was a really tough decision. You back yourself, you're early in the game, you can take those type of risks, but it wasn't a wise after plant to go for. Especially to lose an op. Yeah, and so they ultimately paid the price. When Kenny lost his teammate there, he was like, oh, shoot, really shouldn't have gone for this. Let's see if I can get out of there. And Sean Garris didn't allow it. compLexity, America up 4-0. Let's see what Clan Mystik have to offer here on an eco, as they will try to make it through. And you can see, courtesy of Steel, our fantastic observer, who's doing a great job. The color blue as well. Yeah, he clearly pointed out that it's going to be a B stack for the CT side of Clan Mystik, and they're all up there waiting. And Sean Garris is just keeping a look. There's got a stack above him as well with Swag looking through, and they're about to come charging all the way down that ramp. Here we go. Let's see what he gets. As Swag gets it, sure, Garrus gets the first frag, but Kenny S and Kiyoshima both get it. And if they're quick, they may be able to race down. No, they won't be able to race down there and get the weapons enough. They'll get repelled by Semphis and nothing, and that'll be 3 frags. Oh, Mystik still alive. Kiyoshima going big. That's his maybe 3rd frag of the round. Yes, it is, and he's 1-on-1 against Hiko. And here we go, Hiko versus Kiyoshima for a round that Mystik have no right to win, but may just do it. Half health for Kiyoshima as he'll be flashed, and Hiko will pull back. And remember, Kiyoshima, CT side, he knows where the bomb is, doesn't need to necessarily engage, but did, and lost. And compLexity pick up round number 5.
Now, I'm actually curious about this, because obviously I don't know too much about the extended CS history. American teams in that situation, as we just saw Hiko, went for the kill. Would European teams typically back away? Like, because I'm curious about the quote-unquote meta of each region in this.
It's too general to say. If you want to say for the past 10 years that no European team has had aggression or something like that, but American teams always have aggression.
Okay.
That is a trait of America, just in terms of their CS teams. But and they always have the balls to back it up.
All right. Well, Kenny S, he does have the 8 OP, but he's still on 44 HP here. As compLexity, nothing. Picking up 2 big kills. Sean does get taken out by SF, but Swag picks up that one here, and they're pretty content on hitting this B site. They've been there, I think, every single round so far here, and Kiyoshima going to be the man to defend against it. But he won't repel it for long, and Hiko doing just like what he said earlier on. Picking up the kill on the Kenny S, takes advantage of that shot miss. And now it's Kiyoshima all by himself in a 1v3, and honestly, compLexity are looking to go 6-0 up here. And considering they've had pretty much no practice coming into this, I mean, yeah, they've been practicing obviously online and stuff like that, but considering they have not been able to boot camp, this is probably the best start they could hope for.
This has been a fantastic start for them, and they're going to see from their perspective that, kind of raw compLexity is still good compLexity.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of talent in that team. It's been around a long time now. There's stability in that lineup, and that always helps. So Kiyoshima, last man standing, wants to hold on to his AK, and will wait out to see if any of the CTs are going to come his way, and will hold back. So this is going to go out to a 6-0 for compLexity. And Mystik going to find themselves with some big questions to ask. The CT side got to put rounds on the board here. You cannot go through this half and just kind of hope that you'll pull it back on your T side.
Yeah, very true. And one thing we do have to point out, these two teams both haven't really had a lot of preparation for them. No boot camps across the board. If we talk about Clan Mystik side, they've been actually unable to practice a lot because of Heart studies, which can really affect you coming into this. And typically when you talk about Mystik, it's always the Kenny S show. And right now, unfortunately, that show has only been one season. That was just prior in the qualifiers, where we went 99-61 against 30 Max in their best of 3 to get here today. And they need more of Kenny S like that. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been able to do that so far. But Mystik getting very aggressive. 4-man towards Banana here, actually pushing straight in and get the kill on Ashan. And last time they went for that 5-man stack with the pistol round on Eco. They actually picked up 4 big kills that they probably shouldn't have. And now you see compLexity going straight towards this A side here. Semphis going to be roaming around just a little bit. Picks up 1, looking for a second here. And he actually gets it as well over onto Kenny S. So that is another shutdown onto him. Kiyoshima, the last man standing inside of this A site here, is looking for that first kill. It actually did, unfortunately, not pick up anything as Hiko does get that kill onto him. And now GMX and Hearts, the last 2 standing here. Bomb has gone down. GMX does have a good position here, coming from the backside, but Swag picks up 1. GMX picks up 1 as well, but it doesn't matter. Hiko shoots him down here. I honestly, coming into this, did not expect such a one-sided game so far.
Well, in that instance, it was all about that Semphis twofer. He pushes in, he gets 2 frags, and that completely pulls apart that defense. Semphis having a great opening 7 rounds. He's 9 frags up, leading the way on the frag count for compLexity, and delivering is, I think, the big answer for him. So,
you know what's so funny is that in an interview with Lurpus, when he was asking compLexity when he was doing the group previews, how they feel coming into this, they were cocky. They're like, yeah, we're going to get out of groups. We haven't been practicing, we haven't boot camp, but we're going to get out of groups. And the cockiness is being backed up, which you have to say is really, really surprising.
Yeah, you're right. I miss Lurpus. No, I'm kidding. You're great, Jason. You're kidding. I'm
too scared to take that bone.
So, massive round. I mean, it all is. They've got to stop this rot. compLexity coming up and on a walkway right now, but they do have a rotation on the other side. Hiko's engaged over there, and I think it was Kiyoshima who fell back into the, well, seeing as we've got an American team on here, we can call it the Moto Pit as it once was. And Swag is the only man down for compLexity. Hearts out on the other side. Now you got Hiko again. He's going to lead that charge round. It was Kiyoshima that you can see on the X-ray that was engaging with him. Hearts still going to see action up at B, and here's going to be the push coming in towards B with Nothing leading that charge. It's going to be Kenny S who's going to engage with Nothing, and that's that search that they went for. Kiyoshima down from Hiko as well, and compLexity sandwiching out Mystik. They don't know whether to turn right or left, but Hearts and GMX come out fighting. Big stuff from them. It's Kenny S with that AWP now. Can he deliver? He's got to bail out this side once more. Sean Garrison's going to put that bomb down. He has a 1-on-2, and Kenny S's double frag will clean up the round for Mystik, and that will be 7-1. And actually, that was Kenny S's third frag of the round. Were you pointing out? Yes, 3 frags for Kenny S.
And it's kind of just showing if Kenny S makes an appearance in the game, they can win some rounds here. But this is only the start, and also have to keep in mind, the money that they've been getting from losing consecutive rounds is now gone because they picked up this 1 round here. So if compLexity picks up this next round, then Mystik's going to be hurting.
Absolutely.
And at the same token is that, you know, Mystik, even though they've been losing rounds, they've been picking up quite a few kills. So compLexity doesn't have that big of a bank built up here just yet, and honestly losing another round or 2 could definitely hurt him. But Kenny S with the AWP yet again here, going to be peeking down middle, looking for maybe someone to shoot. Actually, just going to back away from that one. And this is what we were hearing earlier. Wow, fantastic shot on a Swag right there. Takes the 1 shot, goes somewhere else, and right there.
That's the Roma that he is.
Yeah, and that stopped compLexity in their tracks. You see them, they were going for hard push, and now they are going to finally continue it here. Kenny S, unfortunately, missing that shot. Missing a second, that's not very like him, and Sean picks up that kill, and now Hearts coming up the side, picks up 1. Not going to get the second, though, as Nothing does pick up him. And Sempit's picking up 1 as well here, and they have 1 man left inside this A side. GMX, can he do anything about this? He sees 2 men to his right, he sees 1 to his left, but he gets taken down. Nothing gets that one here, and Hiko getting another kill on his team, getting that one over on his Sempis here, but that is another round again here, and Mystik won't have that consecutive income coming in from losing so many rounds in a row. They're going to be on Eco.
Now, that Kenny S roaming is a really interesting one because it's a gift and a curse to play with. When he comes up with that big frag like he did to start with, he pushed up through middle and got that frag, you know, that's great. Like, no one expected him to be there. No one expected him not to be that aggressive. Fantastic. But then it's like, well, which area is he actually locking down? Because then he moves all the way around back towards CT spawn. And like, where do I play? Where do I fit in? And it's kind of like, how do you play sometimes with like the greatest, you know, how do you play with Leonardo Messi when you've got that many, or Leonardo Messi, when you've got that many other positions that need to be filled if he's got a free reign?
If you do some American football players, I could probably keep up with you, but you're losing me on these soccer ones. But right now, it's a good point because Mystik, I mean, they obviously lost a couple of players, and they have to bring some new ones in. And adapting to a playstyle like that is very difficult. And maybe if Mystik can master that, we can see some really great results from them that we've seen, you know, prior. And right now, compLexity have been able to pick them apart piece by piece.
But at the same time, you counter all of that statement with, if you don't let Kenny S play to his strengths, if you lock him in B and say B is your site, Kenny, you can't leave that, then maybe you're not playing to your own strengths as a team.
As well, yeah. And right now, with this 5-man site by Mystik over towards B, compLexity will be able to move in here towards this A site. Remember the last time we did see Mystik go for this eco, they picked up 4 kills, and we had that 1v1 happen where, unfortunately for Mystik, they weren't able to pick up that last kill. Kiyoshima lost that 1v1, and right now, compLexity playing very safe to secure this A site here and go for that after plant situation in a 5-on-5.
Bomb planted, 5-on-5 after plant. There's a very, very small window of opportunity here for Mystik, and they're going to use this to, with 5 players up, get exit frags. If they can get away with an AK or 2, they're going to come all the way down Banana and try and sandwich it up, see if they can get out. They do get themselves 1, 2 frags here. They're not going to, they are going to push in for a defuse, actually. They're still going here, and it's going to be Swag who does stop the rock, gets himself 2 frags, and doesn't get himself the 3rd. There's Kenny S with an AK, and now they will decide that they're going to get out of there. They got 1 AK for their troubles, and on an eco, getting away with 4 frags and an AK, not terrible. But scoreboard is terrible.
It definitely is. 9-1 now. compLexity have really started to take this game away here, and I honestly expected more out of Mystik, but I guess it's one of those teams that could either do really well if Kenny S could put them on their back, or they could unfortunately just fall through, and right now, unfortunately for them, they're the latter of those 2 here, and Kenny S is going to be working towards B here. He does have the AWP yet again, going to be trying to lock down Banana, and there will be 1 man there. It is, I believe, Swag, but I'm not even going to bother peeking him. They seem to have that read. It is smoked out. You're not going to know exactly where he is.
And look at Kenny S right now. How do you pushed him up B, but if he gets a shot, he's going to fall right back and move across. Watch, Kenny S will not stay near B, having now gone all the way down there.
And right now, we have a push come in. Hiko picking up the first kill on Kiwashima. And looks like they're going to continue to push in towards this A side here. They do get taken down, though. 2 men falling, unfortunately, and Cephas wondering where his teammates went. He does pick up the big kill right there. He's going to continue to push in here. GMX gets the kill, I believe, from the backside onto him. And then Sean does respond here. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation, but Hiko, he's sitting with 12 HP. He's not the healthiest of the two. And Bomb is currently down in middle. They have to sweep, come around into this where they either have Kenny S's op to go into, or they have SF to go up against. And Kenny S, it's hard to get past him. Does pick up that 1 kill. And does eventually pick up another round for themselves.
Good work. I was completely wrong about Kenny S in that one. He did stick on B, actually maybe a little too long in the end, and they were able to clear that one out. It's going to be 9-2, and still, great round for compLexity. They're going to be going in with a big, big smile on their face at the moment, and Kenny S will push in. He poured up and will collect his AWP back. And let's see, compLexity ready to charge on out here. They're on an eco, despite having 9 rounds in the bank. And this should be, whoa, hello, rounds alive here. 3 frags for compLexity. GMX does stop the ROP, but there'll be weapons galore on the floor. It's all on Kenny S, 1 versus 4 against 3 fully armed and dangerous Americans as they come towards them now. It's Kenny S waiting towards B. He knows that they're going to get the bomb down. He almost can't prevent that. He's just looking to see whether there's a pick to come in or someone to exit, because Kenny wants to keep that AWP. And he's still going aggressive. No, he's worried that someone's behind him. Not sure what... he's dancing around thinking maybe there's another exit frag, but in that situation, you just got to hold on to your AWP. And,
what's the benefit of dying right there? I mean... 12 rounds in, not going to have a lot of money to spend. They're in a tough position.
Take it back. Very angry armed Americans and Semphis, the Canadian.
And they can never be angry. He'll probably apologize for his team.
Eh?
Sorry. Well, right now, in that last round alone, even though it wasn't eco for compLexity, 4 men picked up kills in that round. So everyone pulled their weight in that. We're looking at 12-2 scoreline here. Currently in this first half, and so I'm just going to push straight up here. There's going to be an eco for Clan Mystik. I don't think I'm able to pull off an eco that we just saw come out of compLexity. You see the 3 men that were over towards B always start to rotate as Hiko getting the first kill on a GMX. And now, will they continue to push in towards this A site, or will they back away? Because, unknowingly to them, there's all 4 members of Clan Mystik here. There's 4 Frenchmen waiting for the chance to fire. Kiwashima picks up the first. Now Sean does respond with a kill on SF, as well as swag anyone onto Hearts. And doing some good damage to his teammate right there, but eventually gets the kill over to Kenny S. And they're looking to close out this round here. 11-2.
11-2, phenomenal. You should be chanting USA, USA.
Well, not until we win. I mean, I'm not going to call it too early. We've done that too many times in the past, and then we get upset. I mean, it's always possible to happen right now. And I don't know, we were talking about the game, obviously, over the long break that we had. And again, I didn't expect compLexity to come out this strong.
Yeah, we were having bets, Scootens and I, on which game should be cast, which game would be the most exciting. And, well...
It seems that you're in the right, currently.
I mean, that just goes with the territory. But... phenomenal stuff from compLexity. I don't think anyone saw this scoreline at this stage. There's GMX getting himself the frag onto Hiko. And he kind of walked into trouble there. As Kenny S, no warp this time around, courtesy of his incredible aggression last time out. And we'll pull back. And that's what we were talking about. Kenny S is a gift and a curse, and you wonder if that's why Very Games couldn't handle him.
He's been on quite a few teams. And that's a very good point, is that maybe teams can't really work with him too well. Maybe Kenny S just hasn't found that right team that can take his whole game, or his game to an entirely new level. But right now, Kenny S forced to use that M4 here. And we have Cephas pick up a kill on SF here, and Kenny S does respond though with a kill onto him. But now it's a 3-on-3 situation.
Here we go. It's going to be Sean Garris delivering the AWP headshot onto GMX, and that leaves just Kenny S going big with the M4. He's got himself 3 frags this round, 2 frags this round. I'll learn to count, as he has got himself the AWP as well for his trouble, courtesy of Sean, and that leaves just nothing and swag to keep flying that flag. Kiyoshima going to come up from the banana walkway. Oh, say hello to nothing. Popped out from behind the car, got himself the frag, and that has shot Kenny's confidence down. And he will say, okay, we're not going to get that, and I will assault a chicken.
Well, if he can't kill them, he might as well kill something that he can. Right there with that chicken. Wow. I mean, I'm not, come on, you know how good Kenny S is. And right now, I mean, we're looking at potentially a 13-2 scoreline, or even just 12-3, if I can do math correctly. If you lose one pistol round in the first half, or sorry, in the second half, that's it, basically.
Your maths have improved as this stream has gone on.
You know, Pansy's been teaching me here or there. I've been taking some classes, you know, the standard 1 through 5 that you do in the US.
And you know, if you actually look at the screen at the top there, all of that information just sits there kind of waiting for you.
Well, reading's also very hard for me to do, as you can tell.
Didn't used to be. Back in my day, we didn't used to have all this information on the screen.
That's true. And you also didn't used to have video. Used to be just pure shoutcasting.
Sometimes didn't have internet. So last round of the half. Take us away, Jason.
All right, well, GMX with that Max 7 picks up a nice kill on Hiko here. So it does give them sort of an advantage. Can he pick up another one that he's just seen? He does get it over to Sean. Can he pick up a third? If he does potentially push out, he's going to spot him. He gets the third! And they do turn that round around here in the back of GMX picking up 3 Max 7 kills. But it might just be too late for them.
And you look at the scoreboard. Excuse me. You look at the scoreboard. Kenny S leading the way, 15 frags to 9. He's had a great round. We were talking about the pros and the cons of all of that, but you can't argue that he's the second highest fragger on the board. Semphis, excellent round from him. 16 frags. Nothing, a pretty understated round, I'd say, from him with 13 frags. But compLexity just will be in La La Land right now. Where did they get 12 rounds in that one from?
I think they're surprised that they got that. And, you know, one stat I actually really like to know is that over on the side of Kenny S, how many of those kills did he get after his teammates were dead? Like, obviously, we've seen him get a couple of, you know, entrance kills, not entrance kills, but a couple of initial kills in the round. But the thing is, I feel like most of his kills came in after his team was already dead, and he was just trying to pick someone off one by one and just save his gun.
Yeah, it could be right. I think there's a big amount there. So we're at halftime here. compLexity flying the flag for the United States of America, leading by 12
I can say United States of America.
And you get this opportunity. We Brits don't get this opportunity ever. Just bask in the glory. Sing the national anthem. Do whatever you've got to do.
Oh, say, can you see? Even Scoots is joining me if you can hear him on my mic right. Oh, that was the continue right there. It's true. You typically don't see Americans ever typically win anything in esports lately. And I have to say this for the UK. There has been a good couple of League of Legends players.
There has.
They're no longer in it, but actually there's one. There's one man. There is one man.
He's like our Andy Murray, you know.
I thought he was from Wales, which doesn't really count.
He's Scotland. He's just like Andy Murray, you know. He's from Scotland. We like him because he wins. You know, it's Scotland.
So if he does bad, you don't claim him, but if he does well, you do?
Exactly.
It works. It works. Yeah. Well, right now, the second half.
But, you know, I should say that Snoopy's really nice and Andy Murray's a bit of an idiot. So
Snoopy is very nice, I will say that.
Do you know much about League of Legends?
I know a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit about the scene. But Counter-Strike's a little more interesting to me right now.
Wow. There you go. 12-3. I don't know where to go with that one. It was a bit of a low blow for me to say.
That's the first time I ever made an Englishman not say anything.
Yeah.
Typically it's the other way around because my really bad jokes here. But either way, second half already kicking off. Take us underway here because if Mystik don't get this pistol round, they might have to just say goodbye.
Absolutely crucial for them. Their game is resting on this pistol round. As we see on the mini-map that Mystik have meandered down the right side of the map towards A. They've slowly gotten there, but with Kenny S and Hearts still on Banana Walkway, they're uncommitted. They're trying to see if there's a pick. They've actually, with all their shots landed, nothing. And now we're going to see some damage done onto nothing, ironically. And that'll be the first sighter of anyone. And they've left the bomb a little way back on the right side by A, and they're going to hold off. But Semphis sees no action, and Mystik just waiting to kind of read and react off this compLexity defense. Hiko will ping out a smoke, will allow a bit of a movement from him to cross. In fact, he just wanted to see whether anyone was coming in, but has it happened? And slowly but surely, the French have come up the Banana Walkway and are ready to come through, and Hiko has no idea what's about to knock on his door. Sean Garris, though, picks himself up, headshot number 1. Can he do any more? It's going to be Sean left all on his lonesome because SF and Hearts have picked up the frags. Sean's down. It's now Semfist to have to come big for complexity. Bomb has been planted, and we're in a 4-on-3 after plant. Can Semfist deliver again in the second half for complexity? Nothing's going to come along and help him out, take up the running. Now Semfist pushes in as nothing reloads, but for a lot of gunshots, there's not a lot of frags until Mystik finish off the job. 3 frags for Mystik. It's 12-4, and they keep themselves alive by the scruff of the necks.
And this could be beginning to one of the greatest comebacks we've seen here at this tournament so far. I mean, yeah, they're down quite a few
Boy,
rounds.
you're digging deep for that.
I'm just saying, there's a possibility for it. Mystik, if they do show up, they can definitely catch complexity off guard. But then again, the same side of that coin, or the other side of that coin, sorry, is that complexity have a lot of rounds to work with. They only need 4 to close this one out to advance on into the winners finals. But we'll find out here. Mystik obviously able to buy up. And we do see complexity actually buying head armor and pistols here. And
we won an eco last
time. They might be able to pull it off again. Obviously going to be on the other side of the team here. But Hearts does pick up a kill on a swag over towards that A site. And Mystik still respecting complexity, playing it safe here. As we do see Kiwashima with the doo-doo-doo gun. And nothing, even being a little bit aggressive on apartments here. And he will have one man coming to him. SF, if he can pick up this kill, he would have a P90 in hand, and always his potential. Okay, I don't know why I just shot the chicken there, but it was looking at him wrong. You know, why not? And there's a 3-man stack currently by complexity at this B site. Nothing all alone. Picks up 1 kill on GMX right there. And he does let his teammates know. It sounds like there's a couple more coming. He's in a 1-on-4 situation here with nothing but that 5-7 and his aim. And he's going to be peeking out. So actually see a second man out, but he won't get a tag on him. Kiwashima picks that up here, and you're still seeing complexity with these 3 men sit at B.
Yeah, I thought after Nothing's first frag you'd see someone moving.
But they decide not to, and eventually they do start to push down Banana here. I guess they finally made the call, or the team finally like, oh crap, sorry guys, we're still a little bit of jet lagged from flying over from the ocean. And it looks like they will try to pick up a couple of exit frags here.
Bomb has been planted.
Yeah, that eco round strat didn't quite pay off for them. Maybe if they came in, they stacked the two, they stacked Semfis and Hiko up in B. They were hoping to do some damage. Didn't quite materialize. What do you expect? Can't be too critical on this round, having lost a pistol. So we'll see. 12-5 next, and Kenny S makes sure that weapon can't be grabbed. Nice work from him. Hiko does get himself the frag onto 1, but then Kenny S comes around the corner, will cost Kenny S his life, and Sean Garris will get away quite happily with that weapon, and makes it expensive as well. That gets it to a 2 versus 2, 3 deaths, that means 3 rebuys. Every little helps.
Very true indeed, and right now, Mystik finally making a push here. Currently 5-12 scoreline in favor of complexity. They will be going up a couple of AKs here. Complexity will be going for the save yet again here. So you have to imagine it's going to be 6-12, and if you're in Mystik's shoes, honestly, there is always the possibility to come back here, and it seems like the rest of Mystik are starting to really step up because Kenny S honestly was the lead fragger in that first half for them. He still technically is, but the rest of the team is starting to really get on his heels here and really catch up.
You're reading a lot into a pistol round and a conversion there.
I'm just saying, they're picking up rounds. That is the truth.
They picked up.
That's basically almost all they picked up in that first half.
They got 3 in the first half. Anyway, Mystik will sit at the bottom of Banana and lie in wait. They have Sean Garris at the top there waiting for them, and obviously Nothing was able to get out of that last round with a weapon, so makes him a little more dangerous. But they're leaving the 2 players on the minimap. You can see they're leaving the 2 players in the middle, ready to make a full rotation over towards B. If that's where the attack comes from, they could get over there relatively quickly. And with the bomb at the bottom of Catwalk, it's pretty uncommittal from Mystik, but here we go. Semfis is going to see some action as he lies in wait. Sean Garris boosted all the way up, doesn't want to give away his position until it's absolutely necessary. As another smoke comes in, and here will be the full push up towards B. Bomb's coming up the Banana Walkway right now. Sean Garris can't see a great deal through that smoke, can't call much, but will know that his buddy's dead. Picks himself up frag number 1, and probably did so unsighted. That second round of shots, though, does get him caught, and Kiyoshima gets it. It's going to be Hiko pushing in to try and reclaim through the ruins, but isn't going to happen for him as Bomb goes down, and he'll now push in. Nothing's going to come in with that weapon, and let's see whether he can deliver for them. GMX does get picked off. Nothing goes down, and GMX helps himself to a hat-trick of frags over there with some help as well, and that'll be 12-6. Mystik won the pistol round and have successfully converted, and this is first buy round for Cole.
And I'm going to continue to read into this, is that compLexity had a strategy for T-side on Inferno for Kenny S. You know, send someone at him. If you miss a shot, they know he's going to rotate, and they can play off of that. But CT side's a little bit harder to work with that. It's a little bit harder to figure out what he's necessarily going to do, because if he's out of sight, he's probably going to commit to pushing that one. And right now, there is that potential for Mystik to come back here at Kenny S with that AWP yet again, looking for that frag here. And it seems like compLexity are definitely respecting that, going to be playing a little bit safer. They're obviously 3 rounds away from match point. And Mystik are looking for that MG frag, and Sean getting a little bit aggressive here to start pushing out, looks for that first man. And unfortunately, doesn't really get it. Does get Kenny S down to 66 HP though. And does force him to rotate back towards middle here. And GMX is just trying to spam through. As they have a minute left to go. And nothing. You know, speaking of that man, currently 14-11, not leading his team in kills, but he's been doing a fantastic job so far. It looks like that push could be coming on B here any moment right now. When that smoke dissipates, I would imagine that full rush through, or maybe that slow play that they did last time, just kind of walking through the smoke, not letting their presence be known just yet here. But you can see compLexity set up inside of this B site. Push coming any moment right now as the smokes have finally pushed in the flashes as well. Let me see if Sean can pick up any kills right here. Does rotate out, look for the first one, does take one down, but he gets killed. And then Hiko, the back of the side, looks for one as well, gets that one. Looking for a potential second as he sees Kenny S off to his right side, checking out his left, looking for maybe someone rushing into him, but he doesn't get taken down here. And Swag with the spray picks up 2 major kills. Now Heart's the last man standing here inside of B. The bomb is not down. He's getting rushed down from multiple directions. He will fall. Swag picks that one up. I believe that's his 3rd kill of the round. And now we have compLexity finally picking up rounds on the CT side, 13-6 here.
13-6, first round and a half. And what's interesting there is they actually did everything perfect. Once they'd done the first part really, really well. SF was nading the crap out of the A site. And in doing so, he delayed the rotation of compLexity by at least 10 to 15 seconds. Bought the rest of the other 4 players enough time to make a clean B entry. But that just didn't happen. So they played it by the book. And the book got shut in their face. As Swag, the man of that last round, push out very aggressively here. He was the one that looked like a looking for Kenny S kind of move that we heard about. And he pushed out, got himself the kill, and falls back. And they'll probably feel a lot more confident in a 4 versus 4 with Kenny out of the game. But you'd have to feel when you take out the top fragger on your opponent that that does leave you in a almost a power play situation if I were a hockey fan. Nothing will extend further down and towards the house. Doesn't necessarily need to do that though, as he goes to push out, gets a lot of intel and 2 frags. Nice work from Nothing, as he gets Kiyoshima and Hearts both down. Sean Garris between a rock and a hard place, and he comes out fighting as he drops GMX, and that leaves just SF, last man standing, and Semfist picks him off. After getting down Kenny S, they look very confident. They pushed out, they got 4 unanswered frags. Really nice work from compLexity in that one.
And he said Americans typically really aggressive in CS, at least lately, and we saw...
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, I kind of implied that you said that. You might not have said that necessarily, but okay, let's talk about aggression for the Americans here. Swag pushed through apartments, got one, got taken down, but then Nothing mid-round out of nowhere just kind of went for the push, got the 2 kills very easily, and just backed away off of that. And that kind of spontaneous aggression really worked out for compLexity in that round, and I wonder if they continue to do that here. But they're going to be nade up banana, they're going to be charging right into Mystik here. And but Hiko looking for a couple more. She will get taken down by Hearts though, and they do have these 2 guns, but they're running right into Sean, who has the AWP, but he misses that first shot, and that might give him the opportunity to finally push in. But Swag off to the side, looking to back him up, looking to support him here, does finally get smoked out, but Sean isn't going to miss that shot. Looking for a second, and wow, SF, amazing shot coming out of his construction, look for a kill, gets it on SF, and now it's all up to Hearts in a 1v2 situation with the P250. 1 man coming from behind him. Can he pick up this kill? He's looking for it, but Nothing will shut him down. And now we are finally at match point here with many rounds to go.
Yeah, Nothing's turned it on in the past 3 rounds. Jumped to the top of the scoreboard. No, actually, Semfist still pips him by 1 for frags. But 15-6, 9 match points for compLexity. Looking good. And after that pistol round conversion, there's been very little else. And there's very little, or was very little in the bank for the Mystik side. And you're going to see this half buy of, you know, whatever they could muster. compLexity will feel themselves favorites for this. Be interesting to see what they go up against here. Looks like it's going to be a full A push coming in from the French side as Swag will continue to nade in. He sees someone jump beyond the smoke and nothing, and Swag will help themselves. And Semfis will make sure he ends the game top of the scoreboard with 2 for that. Nothing's 2 for does the job, and that's 16-6 in favor of compLexity. The Americans have beaten the French. And,
wow.
That was a fantastic end of the game for them.
That was just, I hate to say it, but that was just so much more one-sided than I thought it would be. I think you were right. You know, the Dignitas game and the iBuyPower, wonder what's going on over there, but just amazing. It honestly was. I mean, compLexity looked on a completely different level than Mystik. They obviously said that they haven't been able to practice much because someone's internet has been out, but they also said at the same time that they're very confident.
Yeah,
very confident.
They didn't look like a team that hadn't practiced.
Exactly.
Maybe Mystik made them look that way. Maybe
That's
Mystik,
true.
you know, maybe their lack of preparation showed a lot more
That's
than
true.
compLexity's. You know, there's a number of ways you can interpret it, but what we saw was dominance.
It was, and I wonder if that's going to continue into their winners match coming up a little bit later on, because they are now 1 map away from getting secured into the playoffs, and that means Mystik is now 1 map away from being completely knocked out.
I can tell you that the other American team is not faring as well. Dignitas 14-5 up against iBuyPower.
Wow, you couldn't look any more right against Scoots off that one.
I know. I did tell Scott that Scoot's words, and we'll throw it back to Scoots on this very note. Scoot's words were, iBuyPower stomped over Titan at ESEA, and thus they will stomp, and stomp was the word he used, over Dignitas. Scoots, how are you feeling?
Thank you so much, guys. Scoots, let's start at the beginning. I mean, that was, I mean, go Team America.
Team North America.
Team North America.
We do have a
Sorry,
Canadian there. We
I
got
apologize to the
I had
Canadians watching.
I had to correct Stuart on
and that's
stream.
why you're here. You're basically making sure that
you got to give
we,
the Canadians
we
their
don't
love
mess
too.
things up.
Semfis, you know, honorary American, if you will, but
Team North America.
Team North America.
Did you proud?
Yeah, again, I thought it would be closer. I mean, I honestly did. You know, especially 12-3 as terrorists on that map. Impressive start. Again, that gave them the edge that they needed. Because, you know, they started to warm up on the other side. Kenny S started to hit his rhythm, but just not enough, you know, because he is their impact player. And, you know, between Jordan and everybody else, they hunted him down, they shut him down. He didn't get a lot of 2nd or 3 kills, and it worked in their favor. You know?
And you talked about that, and you mentioned obviously to Jason Stu beforehand, hey, this is going to be something that is in their game plan. Would you say that was a successful game plan for them?
Yeah, it worked out. I mean, he is definitely, at least to this particular roster, you shut him down. He's a big enough impact player that, like, even if everyone else plays lights out, like, they're still going to have a struggle. Like, he is this amazing AWPer, and when he is on, he literally can decimate you, and especially on this map, you know, again, starting CT side. But, again, he never really got his AWP going on that side of the map. And, you know, so they went in 3-12 on that second side. And, again, they did win the pistol on the second side. They started strong. Put 3 rounds together, but then compLexity got some money under them and kind of started to shut it down as CTs generally
they started to form a little bit of momentum, but the team was strong to put them back. Now, the question that how does this make them feel coming into a tournament like this, $250,000 on the line in Poland, knowing that they're going to be going in tomorrow if they do well, playing in front of, you know, literally thousands of hungry fans, looking for them to prove their worth. This is their chance. This is their chance to, you know, to stake claim and say, look, we're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here. We came here for a reason. I mean, what do you think's going on? If you could try and be in their minds.
Well, and again, like we talked about, not a lot of practice. Missing some internet, one of their guys last week, no boot camp, you know, and like literally at the airport, I wouldn't say they were laughing off their chances, but they were like, yeah, here we are at a $250,000 tournament, we haven't practiced, one guy couldn't get on the internet, this is going to be fun, right? So I think they put themselves in the exact right mindset, like, we got nothing to lose, we know we're not quite where we should be.
Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
Exactly. And, you know, I know Stuart was giving me some grief about iBuyPower because we were deciding what match to do, right? And I'm like, well, on paper, iBuyPower should have no issues. They're boot camping. They obviously beat Titan. They've had a lot more practice. But the opposite happened. I know iBuyPower's losing. I don't think it's over yet. And if the same thing happened to iBuyPower at DreamHack Winter, great boot camp, no jet lag, didn't make it out of group play. compLexity, opposite again, got out of group play, did very well in the tournament. Some couple really good upsets for them. So it's kind of, history's repeating itself right now. And again, neither of them are through or out of their groups respectively. But again, I want to sit here and go, yeah, America, woohoo, 16-6, way to go. I didn't expect this at all.
compLexity's got to be happy with that result. They've got to be coming out of this and feeling like, hey, you know what? We put up a good show. We did our best, and it works.
Yeah, and Sean's job now as the leader is to go, all right, we know where we came from. We know no practice, all those things, but shut up. Don't gloat. Don't get excited. We're not done yet.
Yeah.
And they literally are. If there is a group of death, this is definitely possibly it.
This is a tough group.
So, he needs to calm them back down. Go, yeah, okay, we did what we wanted to do. We shut down Kenny S. And we did very well on the harder side of Inferno to start the day, but not done.
Let's take a quick look at Navi and LGB. I mean, what do you think? What do you think it's, if you could call that, or maybe another approach? If you're the guys from compLexity now, who are you hoping is coming through and that you could face?
Whew, man, that is a tough one.
And I like that I put you on the spot, so I apologize.
I know.
If in your mind right now you're thinking, thanks, Sean, I
mean,
really
again, a
didn't
lot
want
of people thought that coming out of the group would be LGB and Navi, and not compLexity, and not even Mystik. If I could put myself in Sean's mind, I think he might want to take on LGB.
Okay.
And not Navi. Honestly, it's a guess. It truly is. All right, so we have the bracket here. You can see what we got. Oh, so now we know. Holy smokes, do we know? LGB thumped on Navi pretty good.
Yeah. Well, that's answered your request right there. They got the LGB. It's almost like you knew this was happening.
No,
Did I
didn't.
preempt something?
That's some crap. Like, I don't want anyone to think that we set this up.
Genuinely, no messing around. This is all.
Yeah, there was
legit.
no feeding there. Yeah, I did not know that was going to happen. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Again, we don't know map, we don't know side, and all those things. So it'll be very interesting. And again, we don't know, because again, we're playing all 4 of these matches at the same time tonight to kind of get caught up. So we don't really have any updates yet on Fnatic Reason or iBuyPower didn't toss, other than iBuyPower was losing on the first side of their map. Reason beat Fnatic in my loud ear over here. No, you're lying to me. Reason beat Fnatic. Don't troll me. Holy crap.
Reason beat
Fnatic. That is an upset.
Okay.
That is, because Stuart's over there and he loves to troll me. So
he does.
Okay. Thank you, Pansy, for making sure that I wasn't getting trolled.
Technically, Pansy could be trolling you too, though.
Nah, she wouldn't troll me.
It's late here. I mean, Pansy could be just entertaining herself.
That's interesting. So Fnatic drops down. Now, I mean, if Fnatic, I mean, again, not over yet, but like if Fnatic and Titan both fall tonight, the Counter-Strike landscape changes a little bit. That's crazy, because that's arguably number 1, number 2, number 3 team, depending on who you are, of either of those guys. So that's crazy. And again, if Dignitas beats iPower, for me, iPower should win that. So in my mind, it's an upset. But this Dignitas team is quite strong. Wow. Crazy. That's a crazy. I mean, I'm still stunned.
Scott's obviously stunned and enjoy this moment, because it's not often that you are actually speechless.
That's why I had to ask if they're trolling me.
Yeah. You seem to be taken a little bit aback by this, which can only mean that we're really having probably the best first day that we could ask for. Everything's kind of moving and shaking. Stuff is definitely on form. We're seeing some really great games. I mean,
absolutely.
Even the last game, for all that did look like there was a lot of control from compLexity, it was a really entertaining game to watch.
Yeah, and like my only fear is that, and it goes both ways, right? It's Catch-22, 2, very long delays for everybody in that tournament area, right? Obviously, we were delayed. All the players sit around. So if you were fired up and ready to rock and roll, and then got this delay, that could either crush your momentum or the opposite. If you weren't quite ready, you needed to talk more, you needed to kind of get inside yourself. That helped you.
But during that kind of that Steam downtime, which of course affects everybody, these things happen. They say never work with children or animals. I'd say never work with computers, but unfortunately we're attached to them.
We're kind of attached to them.
We're attached to them, so we don't get away from that. But I was thinking about what Nathan had said earlier about in those moments when he sits there and goes, hey, things happen, and you know, they're completely outside of your circle of influence. There's really no value to getting wound up or getting upset about it because you're not going to be able to affect any kind of change, especially to stay in your zone. I think that's really that. Unfortunately, Nathan didn't have the best day after that, so I feel terrible for him, and I hate to see him go.
That is unfortunate.
But at the same time, I think that mindset is really something that you take into these things.
Oh yeah,
it's going to happen.
Mindset.
All right, well, on those, let's say, almost philosophical words there, and of course a salute to the good guys from Team Titan. We're going to take a break now, but stick around because we're coming back with lots more action as we enjoy this day one of the EMS finals in Katowice. And it's Group C and Group D. We're coming back to you. Stick around.